All right. So I want to have a conversation with you today about your resume. Because we all have a resume. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I got all this clutter in the way. Anyways, I want to talk to you about your resume because you're constantly putting it out there. You're constantly putting yourself out there. And you actually may be unconscious of it because you don't realize exactly what your resume is. See, your resume is not just what you put on paper, not just what you do to go fill out for a job. You know, a lot of times people think, oh, you know, I'm going to go fill out a job application or go apply for a business, and that's going to be your resume. No. Your resume is who you are. Your resume is what you put out there. Your resume is a bunch of other things that you may be conscious of. And as you continuously put your resume out there, you continuously put yourself out there, other people are looking at not just what you're doing, but who you're being constantly over a period of time. And it will give you unlimited access or limited access based on what it looks like, right? Same thing though. When you go apply for a job, when you go apply for a position, or when you want to maybe fill out paperwork to have a residence to live somewhere, or maybe a credit report, anything along all those lines, you're putting your resume out there. So what are resumes? And what could be a resume that you may be unconscious of? Number one, your social media is your resume. That is a point of reference that people get to look at. People get to take a sneak peek behind the scenes and kind of look at your track record in depth as far as your history on your social media platform allows them to. And don't think people aren't looking. So check this out. If you have a Facebook, for instance, let's start with Facebook. A person can go back in your history on your Facebook and look at everything that you put out there. Now that can be good and bad. So the good thing could be maybe you were in a place where you're not before, meaning maybe you've had some growth over time. So they can look at your social media platform, look at your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, look at your TikTok, look at all those things and just take a fact check. It's like the Carfax. You guys know the Carfax where you can look and see how many wrecks the car has been into, how many accidents, how many times it's been repaired, how many different paint jobs this car has had on it, how many different owners. All those different things are something you got to think about because your resume is your credibility. So think about it like this, okay? Really closely. If someone were to look back in your Facebook history or all of your Instagram, all of your social media history over the last 5 years, would it be consistent with what you're trying to put out there? Would it be consistent with what you're trying to show people who you are? So think about it like this. You may have had some things happen in your life and you may have put your public business out on Facebook that is not aligned with who you are today, or maybe not aligned with the message that you're trying to put out there. If a person doesn't know you and all they have to go off of is who you've been being or what you've been displaying or showing, what do you think they're going to think? So be conscious of it. Be conscious of the message that you're putting out there. And why do I say that? See, you could be one type of person today or really be one type of person, but you'd be using your social media platform to portray a certain thing maybe, or to market your business or different things like that. But the whole deal is this. See, if what you're putting out there is not aligned with what you want to be representative of yourself, of your beliefs, or the way you are, or even your family, you got to be really cautious, because when people go look at that stuff, what do you think that they see? And listen, I'm okay with everybody being and doing whatever it is they want on their social media. If you're going to give your social media out to somebody, let them know, hey, listen, the stuff you might see on there, prepare them, brace themselves. Unless it's exactly on, all the way on point and exactly as far as you want it to be, then when they look at it, it can be pleasing to them in whatever regards or whatever you're trying to put out there, whatever type of energy you're trying to put out there. Give you an example. Some people, I look on social media sometimes and I see people saying something that they're not, meaning they're going to try to put out some type of positive message knowing that they're a negative person, and every single person knows that they're a negative person. It's not aligned with who you are or what you're putting out there. And guess what? So when you do that, don't think that people aren't talking. Don't think that someone's not going to say, you know what, this person is not a positive person. People that you may work with, people that you may do business with. Imagine this. Imagine being stopped for doing business or having access to a room that you want to get into. Now, when I say room that you want to get into, what I mean is this. You might have a place that you want to go, a conversation you want to have, or a person, people that you may want to have influence over. And there's the fact check. There's the resume. There's what you're putting out there consistently. And they have a reference to go look back and find out if you're that type of person. You might say, hey, listen, you know what? I'm in shape. I work out all the time. But your track record on your social media shows that you only go to the gym once a month. I want you to think about all those things. I want you to think about also the content that you're putting out. You don't want to put out too much of a particular content, meaning if you're in business, that's good. Share with people the business that you have, but don't make it all about your business, because now every time somebody goes to your social media, anytime they think of you, that's all they're going to think. They're going to be like, well, this is all to that person. Is they're just trying to offer this to us. What about the value that you can bring to them? See, what I know is that you have a skill set, you have a talent, you have a gift, or you have some type of value that maybe you're not giving to other people. And that could be the thing that attracts other people to you, that will allow them to come into your life, come into your world, and be open to listening and looking at the different possibilities that you may be able to offer them, that you may be able to influence them with. And it might give you future business or friendship down the road, or people may see enough value that one day you become viral based off of what you've consistently been doing. All it takes is this: the right person, the right message, and the right time, and everything falls in place for you. I want you to keep that in mind longevity-wise, because why not? Because you get to determine what you put out there. You get to write your own story. You get to determine the foundation. You get to determine the message. And you also get to decide who, what, when, where, why, and how a person looks at you. If you can cook, don't just throw something out there. Even if it's something small, put something really good together. If you're going to do a workout, make sure it's put together well, because you are your own commercial. You are your own marketing team. You are your everything right now. See, I'm going to close with this. How you are as a person in private and in public is something that can never leave you. It's like your name, your phone number, your social security. Those are with you forever. And what I want you to know is this: if you're going to do something, do what you said you're going to do. Be on time. Show up right. Show up looking good. Show up ready to perform. Show up ready to give your best, even if you don't want to. Check this out. Today, for the next month, I told myself I'm going to be switching up my workouts. Today, I didn't want to do my workout at all, but guess what? I did it. Why? Because I'm the type of person, if I say I'm going to do it, whether it be to myself or anybody else, I'm going to do it. I'm going to follow through. I'm going to perform at a high level, because that's not just the reputation that I'm trying to put out there. That's the reputation that I want to live. That's the person I want to be, and I want to be consistent, and I plan on that. So check this out. You may have somebody that needs this message. You might have somebody that are on their way to doing something that you believe in, and they may believe in themselves, but it might be some little things that maybe we could adjust, some adjustments, and maybe they need to hear a message, but if they heard it from you, they might receive it wrong. You might be the right person with the right message, but it might be the wrong person or the wrong time for them to receive it from you that way, based on who they're being at that time or what their perception is. So that's why I love doing these videos, because I get to share things from maybe a different perspective, not just for myself, but for you, and then for people they might be able to get some value from it. So check this out. You are your resume. Everything you do, every way you show up, every way that you are is going to show up everywhere in your life, every day of your life, and that's what people are going to remember you for. But guess what? You're the only one who gets to decide what you put out there. So share this information, like, share, subscribe, go to YouTube. I'm checking it out. A lot of you guys aren't going to my YouTube and liking. A lot of you getting this game, but you're not passing it along. Like every video, share every video, subscribe to my page. Share this with people that you love. They might be able to get some information out of this that would allow them to be on the same level with you. And that way, moving forward, the conversations that you have can be the ones that you want, can be the ones that you feel, and can be the ones that will align both of you on the same page. And that will perpetuate so many more great things in your life just by sharing something that someone else gave to you. Thank you for your time. I hope you all appreciate it. You know, I'm doing this because I'm committed to it. That's my time. Miss Over Million Serve. I'm out of here.